explain that STP thing in depth again today?
I absolutely.
I didn't really catch on to that.
That's okay. It's fine. We'll get it. So, we talked yesterday, you guys made a decision, and we finished off and we went to talk about volume. So we talked about going from moles to volume. So we said if we was going from moles to volume, we're going to have a conversion factor. I'm going to volume, and volume in this case, we always have liters, right? So the liters have to go on the top, but what number goes with it?
22.4.
Remember the box, 22.4, and 1 mole goes on the bottom. Then we said we could go from volume and we could go from moles, and it's a reciprocal of that, which will be moles on top because I'm going 2 moles and 22.4 liters on the bottom because I'm coming from volume. So that was the conversion factor. But this only happens, and this is only possible for you to do this calculation under 2 circumstances. Must be at STP. Whenever I say STP, it's standard temperature and pressure. I make it easy on you guys. Maybe I make it too easy. But I don't make you memorize values for temperature and pressure. So if I say at STP and volume's involved in your mole calculation, you can do it. If I give you something with volume or asking you to go to something and end in volume, and I give you a value for temperature, say 316.12 Kelvin. If I gave that to you, why did I use Kelvin? Kelvin is what?
Temperature.
That's the SI, International System of Units.
Yeah. International System of Units for temperature. Very beautiful job. I'm so proud of you all. You know, it's like you learn something, it stays in the class, it don't go away. It's like, wow. So,
Because all that's fair game.
that's right. It's Tom learns quick.
Just like the Mets. Love your Mets, baby. Let's go Mets. Get home run.
So, if I give you a value for temperature, you're done. You automatically know you can't do that calculation. Now, you better make sure that you're starting at volume or going to volume. If I have you at mass and you're going to moles and I give you values for temperature and pressure, does it matter? No. Temperature and pressure has nothing to do with them two. It's only this one. Standard temperature and pressure. If I give you a value for pressure, so 1.236 atmospheres, you can't do the calculation. I make it very simple. It's the easiest way just to catch it. If I give you units and numbers for temperature or pressure, does that help? Whenever we get into it, you'll pick up. This is the thought process behind everything. Oh, so now to the last part of your moment.
Okay.
This is the most simplistic one. It's the easiest, man. I'm telling you, piece of cake. But for some reason, kids keep making mistakes. So we're going to moles. And I want to leave from moles to go to atoms, particles, molecules, and fermion units. I need a conversion factor. We need a fraction. In the numerator, I'm going to atoms, particles, molecules, and formula units. And to make my life simple, insert that unit there. Because here's the beautiful thing. You don't need to feel overwhelmed because there's 4 things here. I will either, 1, start you with it so I give you the unit, or 2, I'm asking you to go to it so I give you the unit. Either way, the unit's being gave to you. So, the bottom, I'm coming from mole, so it's mole. Now, if you haven't picked up yet, there's some things
I
that...
need Callie Lester, Jordan Miller, Allie Laney, Jordan Morgan, Allie Laney, Callie Lester to the office.
There's some things you just got to learn. And you just got to know them, you just got to take them, you got to hold on to them. And never let them go. Because if you do, you're in big trouble. This is one of them. I want to introduce you to a friend of mine who is very famous.
Chris.
No, Avogadro. That was close though. Avogadro is famous for this. This number, 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd power. This is a very special number. It's Avogadro number, which is equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. Atoms, particles, molecules, formula units. You get the gist. It's that simple. Remember the number, you multiply by it or you divide by it. That simple. There is an abbreviation for Avogadro's number. And I want to show it to you. It's a capital N and a sub-capital A. I want to stress something to you. That is Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number is not equal to sodium. Subtle difference, but big, huge wumbo difference. Look at the A's. The A tells you. If it's a capital A, Avogadro's number. Lowercase a, that's sodium. I was a TA at Marshall. When I was there, I actually had to grade some lab reports, and the professor told me this was the big thing, that we were to take off a point for every time they put sodium instead of Avogadro's number. I no joke, had a kid, probably had a 98 out of 100 points on his lab report. Until I took that off, and then he ended up with a 27.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Pretty nasty. You better bet he remembered that mistake.
Pretty unfortunate.
And I still remember it to this day, because I literally knew this kid was going to complain. And he did. Now, if you can go one way, go back the other. So let's drive it back. I need a conversion factor. Somebody said it. I got 1 mole.
Over 6.023 times 10 to the 23rd power.
Beautiful job. And
Emily Osborne to the office.
those units will go in there.
Do we write all of those units when we're doing one of these?
No. You will write whatever unit I give you. What?
Okay.
Can we abbreviate it for now and this?
I abbreviated it for Pam.
Like for those conversion fractions?
When you're actually working the problem, no. Because
Just on this little chart though.
you can't if you want, I am. But you need to understand, it's atoms, particles, molecules, formula units. I'll give it to you or I'll ask you for it. But it's set in. Like this morning I worked a problem in first period where we calculated the amount of molecules for something. So it'll always work that way. Any questions?
Is it the same thing for all 4 of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Question. Mass. What's your units?
Grams.
Grams. Moles. What's your units?
One mole.
Moles.
Yeah.
Volume.
Liters.
You cheaters. You look on the board.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Atoms, particles, molecules, and formula units.
It's just a whole mouthful, but how's I supposed to say, what is your units for atoms, particles, molecules, and formula units?
I did that.
Yeah.
PAM now. Please allow me.
Okay. Now, today, you become real chemistry students.
There wasn't one before. We are? What happened?
That's what it is.
No, you were a chemistry student because it was on your schedule. Today, you become a chemistry student because you do some chemistry.
Okay. I'm ready.
So, today, it's going to be a great day because we get to start in on doing some mole conversions. Now, just like always, Mr. Hall.
Bears gifts.
What?
Bears gifts?
Yes, but not today, no gift. All my gift is coming from here to here and from there to you. So, Mr. Hall loves to show you the belly of the beast to start you off. I'm going to write a problem on this board. If you are intimidated and scared, do not worry. You're supposed to be. It's the belly of the beast. After we do that, you become itty bitty bitty babies. And we hold you with a bottle and some milk. And we're going to feed you up to, by tomorrow you're eating steak.
Steak.
Yeah, that's right. Woo! I know.
T-bone.
I know. Y'all grow so fast in this class, right? That's right.
So fast.
So, belly of the beast.
I don't even know what one looks like.
A beast?
Belly?
A what?
Milk?
A mole conversion.
Oh, that's what we're getting ready to do.
I don't even know what it
It's a
looks
mole.
like.
Nobody knows what it looks like.
Those little things that are in the
Hey,
middle.
I think we're making a.
John.
I think we're making a mountain out of a
I
mole.
spilled
My
milk.
tea everywhere.
Boom!
I hate you. I hate you. Jesus said, "Love thy neighbor as thyself," but I hate you.
All right, what is the mass of one 1.876 times 10 to the 6th centimeters of Bible.
Dude.
Oh, no. I ain't do that. I ain't do that. Not yet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Appreciate it. I think you should have done it.
I do not.
So what is the mass of 1.876 times 10 to the 6th cubic centimeters of propane? C3H8.
Propane.
That is propane.
Hey, kiddo, is that milli? What?
That's what we're going to use to grill the steaks after.
Never mind.
We can do the-
Look at you. You're catching on to it. Okay.
Good job, Drake.
Here's the thing. This is a mole conversion. I know. Terrifying, right? This is the belly of the beast.
That looks like a whiteboard.
That looks like a beast.
For some reason, why do I feel like you went from mass, you have to go from mass to mold to volume?
Other way, volume to mass.
Other way.
Other way?
Other way, but you're doing good. I love how you're thinking.
Just thinking.
Where are you starting? Look at the number I give you.
You're starting at volume,
Exactly.
and then you're going to mold to get fine mass.
See, this is why I'm so proud of you. You're jumping ahead of me, but doing a beautiful job, because now you're like, I had a trick sitting here, but now you took my trick from me. But hey, that's a good thing. That's gonna be cool. So, we're going to start at volume. How do we know we're starting at volume?
Centimeters squared. Cube.
That is a unit of volume.
Damn.
Mr. Hall will not tell you you're at volume. I give you units and you say, hey yo, I'm at volume. Now, where are we going to end at?
Mass.
Mass. So I'm trying to find the mass. That's where we're going to stop. So, formulate a plan. So first we'll start with volume. I've got to get to mass. I'm still going to ask my question even though it was snagged right out from me. Can I go straight from volume to mass?
No.
No.
What?
Why not?
You can't.
Gotta go for volume.
You have to first go from volume to moles, then from moles to mass. Remember, what are these called? Mole conversions. You're either going to go through them, to them, or start with them. Moles will be somewhere in your calculation. If you're doing a mole conversion and you have moles nowhere on your paper,
You did it wrong.
you've done something wrong. So, now the fun can begin. But first,
First aid.
Special box.
Oh,
nice.
He likes it.
that's not the first aid kit.
That's a crappy first aid kit.
Trash
Not
bag.
for their nose.
All you do, that's for when you have to cut off an arm, you just draw. It's like a draw and cut off.
Okay, start and write down with what you've been given. So, 1.876 times 10 to the 6th centimeters cubed of propane.
Caitlin Hatfield to the office.
Now, I'm starting at volume. I'm going to move, bless you, I'm going to move from volume and I'm going to go to moles. But to do that, what's the units of the conversion factor?
22.4 and 1 mole.
22.4 liters per 1 mole. I get where you're going. Here's the issue. There's a problem. Mr. Hall told you, I'm no longer going to tell you you have to do a metric conversion. I'm no longer going to tell you there needs to be a conversion. You now grow up and become real chemistry students today. See? Today, you notice the trick. Today, you look and go, whoa, we've got the problem here. This is where you're calling in and you're like, yo, Houston, Mayday.
metric conversion inbound.
Milliliter.
Hey, milliliter, beautiful job. So,
I was waiting for it. I seen it, but I didn't know when.
hey, you're good to go. So we changed this. And we changed it to milliliters. Because 1 cubic centimeter is equal to a milliliter.
Yes.
See? Everybody catch the trick?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, I'm too nice. Everybody should, your skin should be crawling right now. You fixed the problem. But you fixing the, I love the sarcasm. You fixed the problem, but you fixing the problem led to another problem. Can I do anything with milliliters?
No, it needs to be lean.
What do we got to do? We got to get to liters. Yeah?
You without it.
So now you have to notice you have to do the metric conversion. Set it up yourself. If you want to set it up how I set them up, that's fine. So I'm going to liters. So I need to know 1.876 times 10 to the 6 milliliters of propane is equal to how many liters of propane? And propane too.
Oh, I was about to
So
say that.
1.876 times 10 to something or another. Let's figure out what something or another is. So I'm starting with milliliters. You look at milliliters, exponential value of milli is a -3. Subtract from that the new one, which is just liters, which is the base unit. So we have -3 minus 0, which is equal to -3. There's no exponent on the unit, so I don't multiply by anything. But I do have to add to this the original exponent I started with, which was 6. If I just left you in the dust, I just done a simple metric conversion, which you should be totally fine with and not freak out about. So we got 1.876 times 10 to the 3rd power liters of propane. Now, you can go and actually do some mole conversions. Why? We're in liters. You gotta be in the liters. We
can do it.
Yeah.
Have you-
Now, here's what we're going to do. Take your number and your units. So 1.876 times 10 to the 3rd power liters of propane. Set it over 1. You remember, Mr. Hall, whenever we did those metric conversions, I showed you the first method that took forever and a day, and you were like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
And then I told you that you're going to have to do these for other conversions.
Oh, is this the time?
Welcome it back.
Oh.
It must be here. We can no longer push it back. So we need a conversion factor. Now, your mole map is set perfectly up for you. I'm going from volume. Alyssa already said it.
Thanks, body class. The boys' center bathroom, we have a stopped-up commode plus a stopped-up drain. So do not go in the boys' center restroom at the one across from the art room until the plumbers get here and repair that. There'll be a trash can sitting in front of the door that indicates please do not go in. Thank you.
So we're going from volume to moles. So if you look on your mole map, which you should have out in front of you, it's a very good, useful tool to have. You're starting at volume, we're going up to moles. It gives you the conversion factor for it. Or you can think, I'm going to moles, so moles is on top. So 1 mole, what goes on the bottom?
22.4 liters.
22.4 liters of propane. Oh my goodness, it just dawned on me. I am so sorry.
What?
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 At STP, so sorry.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I
I was
never
wondering. I
had
was like, man, is it? I don't know. Oh.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Mr. Hall?
Is that at the end of the question?
Yes, at the end of the question. At STP. Just letting you know it's at standard temperature and pressure so we can actually do the mathematics that we're doing. So, look what happens for us. Liters of propane on top, liters of propane on the bottom.
They cancel.
They cancel out. Look at y'all's math skills. It's beautiful. I'm so proud. Now, we're at moles. I'm actually going to put moles of propane. That's going to bother me. Moles of propane. Is that what the question asks us?
No.
No. What does the question ask us?
Find the mass.
So we got to find the mass. Now we get to do the fun thing.
Yay.
We need a conversion factor, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going from moles to mass.
Why is the propane thing on top?
Because it's moles of propane.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to mass. What unit is on top? I'm leaving moles.
Grams.
Grams. is on top. I'm leaving mole, so 1 mole propane is on the bottom. Now you've hit an interesting dilemma here. Don't worry. This is why you have Mr. Hall in the room with you. Mr. Hall is here to help you fill in your blank. We have this blank spot. You see? So now, the blank spot is this magical thing. C3H8 is what we call a molecule. So, it's not an element on your periodic table, but you will use your periodic table in order to calculate the molecular mass. Now, do not freak out. Mr. Hall is going to assist you and walk you through. What?
I'm talking myself.
I was like, you saw that in your head? It's impressive.
What, 36.03 and 8.08? Add together, that gives you the... Is that right?
How did you never do that?
I'm built different.
He watched the YouTube video.
I didn't. That's my assumption, because it has C3, that's 3 carbons, 8 hydrogens.
Yeah.
So you just multiply by that. And then
I was starting to piece it together, I just didn't do it as quick.
It makes sense.
I am so proud of you, and you know what the best part is? I have 2 geniuses spread over on both sides of the
built different.
Yes, you are. Now, here we go. I'm going to show you how to always get the molecular mass. Take your chemical formula, C3H8. You will write down every element you have in there. Every one of them. This case I only have 2. Carbon, very nice, and hydrogen. Look at that. I'll tell you what, you're so ahead of it. We ain't even at the element quiz, and you guys are already killing it.
Well, it's right here.
I'm trying to be positive and give hope, John. Just shoot and give hope.
What can I say?
Now, it shouldn't throw you off too much. The numbers next to the chemical symbols is just like numbers in front of exponents in math. So, I have a carbon here with a 3. How many carbons I got?
3.
Look at you. Very nice. How many hydrogens? 8. Now, this is what you're going to do. You're going to multiply those by the average atomic mass off of the periodic table for them. So, carbon.
12.01.
Unit.
Grams per mole.
Grams per mole. Thank you. Now, everybody hold on. We're going to take a time out for a message from our sponsor, Kev Labs. Kev Labs would like to remind you of how important it is to put your units. Because some of you on your quiz did not put your units. And Mr. Hall was very nice and did not take full credit off, even though he should have. Because there's no unit, there's nothing there. It doesn't matter. So please, always remember, here at Kev Labs, we always use units.
Also, have you required something in your car warranty?
We're here to read you about your...
Time back in. Thanks for that message from our sponsors. Now we have hydrogen. There's 8 of them. What's the average atomic mass of hydrogen?
1.01 grams over mole.
Bang! Look at you. It's like you listened to the service announcement. Now you do some math. I know this is complicated, but you got it. 3 times 12.01?
36.03 grams over mole.
Oh my goodness. You know what? I love how you keep saying the unit with it every time. I'm so proud. You do a wonderful job. Gram per mole. Now this is the hard one. If you need to, grab your calculator. 8 times 1.01.
8.08 grams per mole.
Now look at that. I'll tell you what. 8.08 grams per mole. Do you know?
Still the same problem?
Yes.
Yeah, we're still on the same time. Yeah, we ain't left it. Now, guess what you're going to do with these? Hey, remember what I said earlier? Belly of the beast. We're going to add them together. I tell you what. You know what? Before it's over with, I may hand the marker to you and let you take over.
How about we don't?
I tell you what, I stand by it.
Stand by.
I'll stand by that.
Seven.
Stand by it.
44?
0.11 grams over mole.
That the answer?
No.
My lord!
In heaven, Jesus, thank you.
Amen. Preach to the
So everybody get 44.11 grams per mole?
Yep.
What is that? Your molecular mass. What is the number? It follows with the grams that goes right up here at the top.
44.1.
The 44.11?
Yes.
Good.
I think you're starting to see now why everybody freaks out
Because it's so
and
long.
talks about how hard.
It's just
So
lazy.
long.
Because it's long.
Yes, it is.
So all the places to mess up at. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
You could miss a step and then it end up with a hole.
Absolutely. Now,
Step your whole world crumble.
Now, do you multiply straight across?
no.
You don't?
Uh-uh. Unless, I'm going to say you can, but you're going to type it in a very complex way. Don't do that.
I about
Let Mr. Hall show you how to do it.
Hang on.
Trust me, you'll be more happy this
Now
way.
he's Chinese. What happened? What nationality are we now?
Mark those off.
Flips a coin before every sentence.
You got me laughing. Stop. I can't plug the VGA anymore.
Mr. Hall is actually just the guy from Split.
He's multilingual.
Yes.
Can we just mark those out?
That's the beast that's coming out.
The two moles, since we marked out the.
See. Yes.
Yeah.
You can't.
So then we just
Then we
multiply
went to Spain.
the first part, last part on top. Yeah.
What?
Then we just got a bunch of
Because
numbers.
you crossed them out.
22.4. Right?
See.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll jump there. Since you guys want to jump there, moles of propane. Moles of propane cancel. And because it's going to bother Mr. Hall if we don't do this, I'm sorry, I get so excited and I want to jump to the next thing. It's just, oh, I don't even get coffee in the mornings now.
They marked it out.
So, I want to make sure you punch this in calculator properly. There is my calculator.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I darken my calculator so you can see it. Now, this is not on the camera because it'd be so jacked up. So, if you know in class right now and need to know how to do this, come see me. I parentheses freak. Now, guys, there's multiple ways you can do this. If you got a way that you want to do it, that's fine. Like Amelia said, you can totally do that way. If you want to multiply the two first, totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. If you want to just set them all in there, that's totally cool too. This is what I like to do. I like to do parentheses, because I parentheses free. 1.876, second comma. I get the E. What's the E stand for?
Scientific notation.
The times 10 of the scientific notation. So now when I type the 3 in, that's my exponent. Now that number's in the top. I got my next number in the denominator, so I divide.
How'd you get the E again?
Second,
comma.
second.
The blue button.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
There we go.
I see.
Okay, I'm going to divide by between 2.4 in parentheses. Now, next number's on top, so I'll multiply by 44.11, which is the molecular mass of propane. See? Then we hit enter, and we get 3,694.2125.
Grams per mole. Hang on.
Grams.
Propane. Grams per mole propane.
Grams?
Grams
Grams.
per
Grams
propane.
of propane. There we go.
Love the
Now,
Let's go back.
here we go. So we're going to put an equal sign here, 3,694.2125 grams of propane.
But wait, there's more.
Oh wait, there's more. We're in 5.
That's the answer. What point?
Well, we wrote.
Awesome. You finish writing. You tell me when you're done writing, then I do the talking.
You're just gonna have to give me some time.
You know, I got really confused whenever you typed what.
Just a little bit.
You said
That's
what?
the time you do.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a few days.
We'll get you.
What numbers did you put in on the calculator?
The top two.
I was too busy trying to
I'm
figure out
gonna
how
need
to
tutoring.
You're fine. You're fine.
The top two divided by the 22.4.
You can do it that way. I put this number, then I divide by that number, and then I multiply by that number. Or you can do what I think Amelia and Alyssa did it, is you can multiply the top and then divide by the bottom.
Yeah,
Either way works.
I messed it
Yeah.
up the first time I did it because I forgot to add the 10-3. Yeah, I noticed that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
You only get like 3 point something.
Ask me questions, come on.
What's the
Fish! I mean 4.
Says that.
Hey,
That it? Like,
that's the problem.
That's not horrific.
it's not as
This
It's not
is
that bad.
this is the belly of the beast minus,
A couple.
the actual.
I want to say,
The rest of the beast.
one thing that I add.
Like,
What's that about, man?
I ain't
Thor.
sure.
Well, the one thing is really 7 things.
7 things.
7 things?
You will get a practice sheet on
Are you
this.
gonna have those worksheets we did?
Or are we gonna do
No, I already put those in. Guys, I gave you the answer key as a video, so you should have the right answers.
I didn't know if you wanted to bring it to me.
Lord, no, that'd be a waste of my time. I'd be an idiot if I looked and said, hey, you know that thing I gave you all the answers to? Turn that in and make sure you got it right. Well, I hope you got enough common sense to watch the video and put the right answer in.
I'll be honest, I didn't watch the video. But I think I got it right.
Show off. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Tomorrow when you come in here, and I know some of y'all are like, he's so dumb. Why is he such an idiot? Why does he say something like that? You're gonna be a baby, we'll give you some milk. We're gonna work you to this. Just like before. I'm gonna start slow, and we're gonna pick up the pace.
John. What? Can you put up my calculator, please?
I wish to say my name, man.
Mr. Ellis.
Johnny boy.
Johnny boy.
John?
Father John.
Oh, this is
Johnny.
Oh, crap. There, I got it.
What'd you do? John, you messed the whole thing up.
John.
Mr. Hall.
Yes.
Can I use the restroom?
Yes.
Tara.
Well,
What? No Mets, baby. Love the Mets.
Who has 13?
And 13 here.
What?
Nobody has
Let's get 16.
Oh, it's right here.
The Mets.
Okay, they all day.
Sophomore football players who went to CTC needs to come to the cafeteria, please, and bring books.
Uh-oh.
So, hey, please, if you have questions, you need to come start seeing me. Tomorrow we will work on these more. I will look at you. Your lab was on Friday. I'll send out a reminder on that. So for those of you that don't like the 5:45 a.m. remind waking
Haley
you up,
Walters, come to the
set your phone
office.
on 2
This
o'clock
is a
this
reminder that parking permits and riding permits are on the cart in front of the office. We will start checking those later in the week. Thank you.
So please, I beg of you,
Except for murder.
come see me. Like when I blew through this metric conversion, if you are totally lost on that, could not flow with me, that's a problem. We gotta get you up to speed.
Yeah.